Hello, thank you for stopping by. My name is Ruby, this is Ruby Read, and today I have for you a week-long reading vlog. Okay, we made it. It's February 1st. It's time for the Sims readathon to begin. I'm so excited to be starting this readathon, and I'm starting it with, honestly, like a banger, I'm pretty sure. I'm really excited. The prompt that I'm gonna open with is the base game prompt, which is to reread a childhood favorite. And so I'm gonna reread The Weston Game. Couldn't be more excited, honestly. I think I was like 11 when I read this. So I read it for summer reading while my whole family was camping on Cape Cod for reference. So I do have a bit of a rosy memory of it because of that, but I think that The Weston Game might be like my origin story as far as my taste in mystery thrillers. That remains to be seen. What is the book about? Okay, The Weston Game, to the best of my remembering, and I did read the first 2 chapters this morning and I can't wait to get back to it. It's about a group of people who are living in this apartment building, and I think there's some kind of inheritance game. There's a game, a puzzle, if you will, and the players are all the people who have been carefully selected to live in this apartment building. They all live there together, and there are secrets, and you read from the point of view of people from each of the 6 units. And I think it's the kind of mystery where there are tons of clues, so you as the reader can really work to solve the puzzle. And I just feel like I want to read more books like that are adult books. I remember the dark past of one of the characters, and I remember like the final twist, because once you know it and then you're reading, like, you just know it. So I'm not sure that I'm gonna have like the same OMG moments as I did when I read it the first time as an 11-year-old, but I still think I'm gonna have a good time. Yeah, I'm gonna solve this. Don't even worry about it. I'm so like, I'm gonna live my best life reading this book. I just feel like it better stand up. Actually, already there have been a couple of like PC things. I'm like, you probably wouldn't have written it like that. Today. Okay, happy Tuesday. I have to go. Fried rice for dinner, and The Weston Game, and my serial killer notes. Okay, I am halfway done with The Weston Game, and I've been just like actually chuckling to myself as I read it. It's so goofy. We have, you know, the inheritance game, of course, and there is like a puzzle, and as the reader, you're clued in to the clues like slowly, so you're really able to be like guessing along with a lot of the other characters, even though at this point I know more than any of them do individually. Like, I'm still just like putting things together. Like, I don't know, it's so fun. I think it would be great if somebody else who hasn't read The Weston Game before could do like a little solving The Weston Game reading vlog kind of a video. I would love to watch that. So if anyone's not too busy and hasn't read this yet, this is a formal request. Yeah, so I want to just stay up and keep reading The Weston Game, but I have some things to do, like put away the laundry that is covering the bed and preventing me from getting into the bed. So yeah, gonna clean up a bit and then get back to the book. But oh my god, like, so fun. While I meal prep, really quick, I just want to say that so close to the end of The Weston Game, but I did need to get some stuff into the fridge, so I'm just going to take a moment and actually listen to a different audiobook while I do this prep. But The Weston Game is giving me so much Agatha Christie. It's a very intricate kind of situation. There's just like a lot of elements and a lot of POVs. So it has just like such puzzle vibes, and also I'm kind of feeling like I'm part of the team because of all these different points of view that I have and getting different clues from all of them. Like, it's really making me feel very involved in the mystery, and I'm having a blast with that. And yeah, I can't wait to be done with this so that I can finish the book. Okay, I just want to show you the fruits of my labors. I made this lentil salad and pickled onions, sweet potato. This is just a mix of other veggies and some baked tofu. And so yeah, we're just gonna have some good stuff to snack on for a couple of days. Okay, it's Thursday morning and I did finish the Westing game last night. Yes! Wednesdays are date night in this house, so after I did all of that food prep, Connor brought dinner home, so we just put all that in the fridge and had a lovely little evening. But then I did finish the Westing game before going to sleep, and I actually started my next book. But let me just say a few words about the Westing game. I think it did hold up for me, but I feel very like I was right about rereading. I don't really like it. I like remembered, like, you know, as I was reading, like so much more about the story was coming back to me, so I thought I kind of remembered some of it before I started reading, but then as I was reading it, I remembered like literally everything. So this was like a cute little mystery. I think this actually might be a cozy mystery. Oh my god. But I think for like, oh god, but I think for like any other kind of book, I don't think I would like it. But I did like the Westing game, and I don't know how I'm gonna rate it yet. Probably 4 or 5 stars though, honestly. Yeah, it was great fun. I think there were some things that, like, as far as like I think I said like some stuff is like not totally PC, as you might call it. There is some like racism and also ableism, but I think that because we're also getting the perspective of the people who are the people of color and also the disabled person, I think that like for a child to read this is like kind of is great. In the end, my like making all of my notes and trying to solve the mystery was just like not as fun as I wanted it to be, or as it was right at the very beginning, because then once I started getting more clues, I basically remembered the whole thing. So I was like, oh yeah, the clues are this, and it's because of this, and this is that, and whatever. So anyway, yeah, the Westing game done. Next, I started The Emma Project by Sonali Dev, which is an Emma kind of retelling, a Jane Austen retelling. It follows some of the same characters who have been in the rest of this series about the Rajay family. So far, I don't know like which character is Emma and which character is like the Mr. what's his face, and I haven't figured out like all of the ways in which this book is Emma, but I'm excited to. And I also think that that's really fun in a retelling, that it's not immediately like obvious what's going on, because that makes it really readable for people who have not read Emma. Anyway, one book down, next book up, hot date. That's the prompt. Let's go.
Okay, it's freezing cold and we're getting in the hot tub because it's so cold out.
It's 60 degrees. So we're in the hot tub. It's Thursday afternoon, so there's no one here. It's just like reading in the bath, except for it doesn't get cold and you can put your whole body in it. So I didn't want to bring my Kindle to the hot tub just in case. So I'm going to be starting my 3rd book, and this is The Office of Historical Corrections by Danielle Evans, and I'm using this to fulfill my Team Newbie prompts as a new genre, and I'm counting short stories / novella, which is what this is, short stories and a novella, which is just a long short story, as my new genre, because I almost never read short stories. I did try to read a book of short stories in December, and I didn't have a good time, so I didn't finish it, but I'm trying again with this book. I've heard great things from like anybody who's read it, so yay! Mixed veggies with pasta and the Emma Project. It's Friday. Yesterday was a good day overall, but today kind of was a bad day overall. I was feeling just bad, so I'm going to take some time for myself. I'm gonna read, why am I holding this up like it has the cover on it? I'm gonna read Emma while I enjoy this Nutella filled croissant that I just took out of the oven. God bless Connor for buying these frozen croissants. Breakfast, coffee and croissants, yay. Okay, Saturday. I've mostly been reading today. Well, I've been reading a bit today, and just like bopping around a little bit. There were some reading sprints that Ashley hosted for SIMS readathon, so I did read a bit with that little group. I think I'm like 40% of the way through the Emma project, and I like it, but I just am struggling to know whether or not I would feel the same way if I didn't also love Emma and like know the story, because I think a lot of my engagement at first, at least, had to do with connecting the characters and the plot lines to the Jane Austen story. Like, I don't know that I would have been as interested in the beginning if I didn't have some ideas about where the story was going. But I think now that I've like, I don't know, I think the story is picking up a bit and I am interested, and the world and the lives that Sonali Dev is portraying and writing in all of her books are so vivid and fun, and like it's, I mean, not always fun, but I don't know, like lively is what I mean. So that is appealing and, you know, a good thing in a book. What? So yeah, I'm having a great time with that. I only stopped reading it because my Kindle died. Anyway, while that's charging, I read a story from, the title's not on the front of this, the Office of Historical Corrections. So now I've read 4 of the 6 short stories, and then there's a novella in this book, and I really liked 2 of the stories, which is amazing. I struggle with enjoying short stories, just like the form is not super appealing to me because it just isn't. For me, the short story thing, like, it's certainly so hard to create a story that is short, like where you have characters that have enough backstory so that the reader cares about them, and then you also have something happen that the reader cares about because we are invested in the characters, and then also to have an ending that like doesn't make me want to scream, you know? That's a lot to ask for, and I have gotten that from 2 of the stories so far in this book, so that's amazing. I think now it's time for me to go on my daily walk. And then hopefully my Kindle will be charged and I can keep reading the Emma Project, because I would really like to finish that book this weekend. Is that crazy? We'll see. Connor made a lemon blueberry loaf tonight, and I wasn't sure if that went better with white or red, but I decided it was white. Cheers. Okay, hi, it's me. I'm in my car. I just want to say, first of all, I finished Emma yesterday, and I gave it 4 stars, which is great because it was great. I don't know if I said in this video already, but the way that I'm reading the Emma Project this month is because I got an e-arc of it through NetGalley. It's gonna be out May 17th, so keep your eye out then, because it was really good. I think it was maybe the least faithful to Jane Austen's novel out of all of the books in this series, but that didn't make it not as good. It was still excellent. Yeah, I felt at times I was getting distracted looking for the connections, and I was like, oh, is this character supposed to be or like them or whatever? But then once I kind of let go of that and I just enjoyed the story, I was having a much better time. The only thing that like really was like stopping me from like loving it like the most, like 5-star, was the fact that the projects that they're working on, we're following two you know, philanthropists basically. Vansh, who, you know, moves from project to project. He never gets too invested in anything, so he's done like charitable work like all over the world, all different kinds. And then we have Nisha, who, no, not Nisha, Nina, who has been working in a specific, you know, charitable vein for her whole life, and she's extremely dedicated, and she's, you know, kind of recognized for her work and all that, and so she's a little bit resentful of Vansh for just like doing whatever he wants all the time. She accuses him of having an Emma project, which, if you have read Emma by Jane Austen or seen the movie, or if you've seen Clueless, she just means he is very privileged, and she's like, sure, you do good, but like you only do it because you're bored, not because it's good. And so we kind of throughout the book are hearing about Nina's foundation and the work that she's trying to do, and then the project that Vansh is having or is starting, which is admirable and lofty, but like I couldn't really suspend my disbelief that far. It's too much. I was like, this guy, like, you can't put that in a book, that it's not about that. Like, that was just like his work life, but most of the story is about his personal life. And I mean, of course they're related because he ends up working with Nina, but I don't know, something about that like huge goal of his and some of the other like business elements of this, I was like, what? But I like, those details don't need to be in the book. They don't need to be fleshed out. They did not need to be there, and so they weren't. But I don't know, I just felt kind of weird about it. And I'm just gonna stop here because I don't know what to say, except that that bothered me. But it was a fantastic book. I had so much fun, and I'm sad to be leaving the Rajay family. This is actually the only one of the series that I actually read instead of listening to the audiobook. So that's where we're at. Monday, this is the last day of the vlog. I'm about to hang out with Kayla a little bit. And the only thing that I really want to do today is to hopefully finish the Office of Historical Corrections, because I think I have one short story and one novella in there to read. So I can definitely finish that today unless something else happens with work. Oh my god, before I came over here, I did something so silly. I just made a typo and so submitted the wrong size artwork to an ad thing that I was doing, and then they were like, your ad is the wrong size, and I was like, oh. And then I was trying to fix it and everything was quitting. Oh my god. Anyway, it's fine. And I'm fine, and I'm sweating in my car, so I have to go. All right, it's Monday night. I did read a bit when I was at Kayla's, and I did read a bit when I got home. I have not yet finished the Office of Historical Corrections, but I'm very close. And if you want to hear my final thoughts on that, you're going to have to tune in next week to next week's reading vlog, because I'll talk about it in that. This week was honestly great. I read a lot more than I was anticipating, frankly. I finished, or almost finished, or finished 3 books, so that's great. That's like what I wanted, because I wanted to like start off strong for this SIMS readathon. And I also really liked the books I was reading, so that's amazing too. Love that for me. Next week's vlog is going to be a little bit different in that I'm going to gather a bunch of titles that fulfill prompts for the SIMS readathon that I have not yet fulfilled, and ask Connor to select my next reads from those titles. So if you want to see how that goes, hang in there. I'll be back this time next week to let you know how it went. So this is where I will leave you. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me for my little week of reading. I appreciate it. I also really appreciate especially all of my 200 subscribers. Thank you so much, everybody who is watching my videos. It's amazing and I appreciate it so much. And I'm glad you're here, and I hope you like this video and whatever comes next. So thank you so much, and I will see you back here next time. Take care. Okay, goodbye.